Welcome everyone to Vinylween here on It's Vinylly Mind, where we're getting closer to Halloween and we're counting the days down by doing some reviews of the vinyl horror soundtracks that I have in my collection. Some of these opened and some of these not. And last time we did a Wes Craven, The Serpent and the Rainbow, so I decided to stay in that lane and look at another Wes Craven film soundtrack. And this one is Last House on the Left from David Alexander Hess. It is from One Way Static Records, catalog number OWS01. Now this was released on August 30th of 2019. Now if you're not familiar with the original Last House on the Left, or even the remake, but especially the original, hugely disturbing film. One of those rape revenge 70s films that just really was, very disturbing on so many levels. It is not an easy watch. But the music was interesting because it kind of was a juxtaposition, if you will. It was did not quite fit the action of what exactly was going on all the time. And I think that was on purpose, actually. But enough of me babbling. Let's drop the needle and take a look at this very limited release of the Last House on the Left soundtrack from David Alexander Hess. And so here we are. We've got that hype sticker on here from One Way Static, limited hand-numbered colored vinyl, heyo. And yes, it is numbered. This is number 169 of 300. How cool was that? Now, just to let you know, I got this from a friend of mine. He was looking to reduce his collection in Cadillac. Thank you so much for donating to my collection, because yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. So let's get it out of the plastic here and get a little better look at this cover. Oh man, there's our three principal disturbing individuals from the film. If you're familiar with the film at all, you know who these folks are. And that's just a bothersome picture. And the fact that it's kind of in this sepia color, just adds to that effect. We got this wonderful logo in the lower level here, original 72 motion picture soundtrack, The Last House on the Left. So very disturbing cover, very fitting for the film that this music is from. And then the spine is wonderful. Look at that black on white text, stands out nicely. And then on the back we have another picture of our disturbing individuals here. Almost like a regular record album art, though, one of those poses that they have here. So it's an interesting choice that they did here. This does have only one record in it, so we've got a side A and side B track listing and One Way Static logo down at the bottom here. But yeah, again, going with that sepia color, giving it that old feel, because I mean it's from 72, so yeah, it's been around a while. So, and then we've got inside, some disturbing images, disturbing image there from the film, though, that scene is an interesting one. They picked some interesting stills, I'm going to say that, for this release. The fact that they're full cover, though, is really great. We don't have any real credits or liner notes in here. We just have these wonderful stills. But this does come with separate liner notes. Yes, that's right. We actually have a sleeve here that has liner notes on it. So that's cool, as well as some other stills that involve the film. It's great. On the other side, we've got some production stills here. And yeah, I love the fact that they included these liner notes in here from a variety of different folks. So they did put some work into this release. Now, the vinyl itself we have in its own sleeve. So let me just tuck this away. And yeah, we got that colored vinyl. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. That color just pops. Again, we have here our label that has the track listings on both sides for side A and side B. 17 tracks altogether. Very interested. This is a very cool release. Now, I have listened to it once before, but we're going to re-listen to it again because it's been a while. So I'm going to take a short break here, listen to this soundtrack again in this pressing, and I'll let you know a couple of my favorite tracks, as well as a little bit of another nugget of knowledge or a something that at least I dug up on this soundtrack, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, looking for even more content? Then why not head on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/specialmarkproductions, where we have 3 affordable tiers that will get you access to the conversation before the conversation of the spoiler room, get an exclusive VIP episode each month that you vote for the spoiler room, and you can also get early access to our videos and so much more. So head on over there, because the more we can do there, the more we can do here. And here we are back, everyone, after listening to this again. Like I said, it's been a while. Reading the liner notes on that sleeve, it is not so much just, talking a little bit about the tracks, but more so it is a memorial, a remembrance of David Alexander Hess, and it was great. They have blurbs in there, either long paragraphs or just short quotes from people like Hess, from Hess's family, as well as those who work with him for doing scores. It is a very touching and different a text you see for liner notes, as is this whole soundtrack. Now, this film's soundtrack, it was written by Stephen Chapin and David Hess, who also played Krug in the film. Apparently, Chapin wrote all the incidental music, arrangements, and orchestrations, as well as contracting and producing musicians. The music was deliberately written, though, to kind of break that expectations. They mixed in that 60s folk rock and bluegrass type music to be a kind of an opposite of the horrific things that were happening on screen. And you get that here. I mean, the opening on track 1, intro in that, there's some very disturbing dialogue and some light, like bluegrassy music. Yeah, and then you kick right to a little cow's looking for some grass. It gets dark, and these tracks kind of alter between dark sounding, brooding music to music involving, band, like electric guitars and that as well, kind of a bluegrassy feel, but darker, and then some lighter stuff too. It is a very interesting grouping of sounds on this soundtrack, and it's really hard to pick one because they're all so unique, and yet they set up the mood, especially if you've seen the film, of what's going on. And then aftermath and end credits. Yeah, and what's interesting is the lyrics to some of these songs reflect the actions of what was going on. So it's this light bluegrass stuff, but they're talking about, I'm going to kill her later. It is amazing. If you're a fan of this movie and a fan of Hess's at all, I think you should pick it up. I think it's a very interesting window into the approach of that 70s horror that, for music-wise, it was always odd how the darkest films seem to have the lighter music to go along with them. It just kind of messes with you a little bit. So, The Last House on the Left, I think, should be picked up by those who are familiar with the movie, Hess's music, and just in general. If you're looking for something different in your soundtrack, this is definitely it, especially if you don't mind that 70s and 60s folk rock bluegrass sound. So, there you have it, folks. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm very happy it's part of my collection. The soundtrack's still not as disturbing as the movie, thankfully, so you can listen to this more often. But like, subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here. Vinylween continues, so you'll want to stick around. I got some more great vinyl coming up. Wes Craven's Last House on the Left soundtrack by David Alexander Hess. It's vinylly mine, and I'll catch you on the flip side.